And welcome back, everyone, to the Rural FASD's Support Network Speaker Series. We once again are absolutely thrilled to be joined by Amy Donovan of the Adoption Council of Ontario, who's going to be sharing a little bit in terms of the way that they support adoptive families from across Ontario, some of the programming that they have, and so on. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining us today. And before we begin, we just want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe people, of which we work, play, and play. And so with that, Amy, I turn it over to you and take it away.
Great. Well, good morning, and thank you for having me. As Rob said, my name is Amy Donovan. I'm a parent liaison with the Adoption Council of Ontario. I'm delighted to be here to discuss the impactful programs that we offer at the ACO. And one of our main ones that I'd like to talk to you today is the Pathways to Permanence training that we offer. Before we get started, I just want to give you a little bit of our background. This is our family. We fostered starting 15 years ago with our local Highland Shores, and we've been profoundly blessed with the adoption of 8 children, making our kids at home up to 10. It's given me this unique perspective and fueled my passion for helping families who have been on a permanency journey and to get them the supports through education, resources, and just in-person events that they need to thrive. I want to give you a little bit of background about the ACO. So the Adoption Council is a nonprofit charitable organization founded in 1987. Since its inception, it has been dedicated to serving adoptive family and children by providing tools, resources, and an abundance of support to help them to thrive. Our mission centers on education, support, and advocacy, ensuring that all families feel empowered and supported throughout their adoption journey. Through our initiatives, we build strong connections, create lasting permanency, and help families navigate the unique challenges and opportunities adoption brings. So with all of that, let's dive into these programs. The very first program is the Pathways to Permanency program. It was developed in 2016, and we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary with a beautiful live, it was a fantastic day. This was developed through a meaningful collaboration with adopted parents and child welfare professionals. From the very beginning, it was designed to bridge both the lived experience and the clinical understanding, ensuring that the program was going to be practical and relevant to families. At its core, the Pathways program is grounded in the 7 core issues of adoption and permanency. It is grounded on an evidence-informed framework, which helps caregivers better understand the impact of trauma, loss, and disrupted attachment of children and family dynamics. What makes Pathways what's the right word? How about impactful? We'll go with impactful. What makes Pathways so impactful is that it doesn't only provide information, it invites the caregivers to reflect, helping them better understand their own responses, while also building strategies that strengthen the connections between caregivers and their children. Many caregivers, as we all know, experience isolation, and Pathways intentionally creates this space for families to connect with others who understand their journey. By integrating the professional knowledge alongside the lived experience, Pathways offers both practical tools and meaningful support. Thankfully, through the funding provided through the Ministry of Children and Community and Social Services, the program is available at no cost to families connected through Children's Aid Societies. This helps all families ensure they have access to the support they need to create a safe, stable, and nurturing environment for their children. Today, we're going to focus though on not only on our pathways, but on our FASD and kinship options. I just want to touch on the benefits of pathways. The Pathways program provides a comprehensive and research-informed framework designed to support caregivers on their journey towards stability and resilience. Because, as I've said, it's rooted in its evidence-based practice, this program encourages parents to engage in deep self-reflection. It helps us to foster greater awareness of their parenting approaches and the unique needs of all of the children that are in our care. Beyond skill building, Pathways to Permanence prioritizes the creation of strong supportive networks. I keep saying that because in the past few years, isolation has become so real. Families aren't getting together, caregivers are really struggling. And Pathways is now really trying to build cohorts that allow families to not only learn about the basis of pathways, but to be in a group that parents children like theirs. There are 7 core issues of adoption and permanency. I struggle with the word issues. I prefer themes because issues makes it sound like there's an issue with adoption, and there is no issue with adoption. Those 7 core themes are loss, rejection, guilt, grief, identity, intimacy, and mastery. At the center of it all sits that loss. In order for families to have adopted, in order for families to be walking through this journey, everybody involved has experienced a loss. Part of the Pathways program utilizes this book, the 7 Core Issues Workbook. And this is a workbook that you get when you sign up for Pathways. It's a fantastic resource for all families to use. In Pathways, these issues or themes are the lenses that we use to understand behaviors. For example, aggression might actually reflect loss or shame. By recognizing these core issues, we can support families and empathize with them as we make appropriate strategies. Okay, so Pathways is a 8-week, 24-hour training that is offered, as I mentioned, free through families that have adopted through our CASs. When we think about parenting children who were not born to us, it is important to recognize that this journey looks different than traditional parenting. Many of the children in our care have experienced early challenges, and it doesn't matter if that child has been placed with us from the hospital or has come to us later in their journey. There are unique challenges that have affected that child. We look at parenting our child with extra needs, whether that's medical, emotional, or developmental. We recognize that permanency comes with lifelong issues. Themes like identity loss and beginning don't just once appear, they appear multiple times throughout this. Adoption is not a one and done deal. We look at child development as a key piece. Trauma and early adversity can impact how a child's brain develops, which often shows up in behaviors. It's important to look beyond that behavior and understand what lies underneath of it. At the heart of all of this is attachment. Creating safe, consistent, and nurturing relationships helps children rebuild trust. And for parents that are in the thick of this, that attachment feels hard some days. I understand that. We also spend time exploring what it means to parent children who have experienced abuse and neglect. This is not something that bio parents plan on, but it is something that occurs in our children. For some, it may be prenatal exposure to drugs and alcohol, and this impacts the learning, behavior, and executive functioning. We also need to really look at building our own community of supports. Whether it is, again, joining our team and understanding through just a general group of families or a specialized cohort like our FASD or our kin families. Together, these areas help us to create a more complete understanding of what our child needs and how we as caregivers can support them as they journey forward. Pathways comes in many sizes. We always say it's not a one-size-fits-all program. We have different cohorts to meet families where they're at. We have general groups that are open to everyone. Our newly placed cohorts are for those who have just had children placed with them, regardless of what the ages and stages are. We offer a 2SLGBTQIA+ cohort. This is a safe space for families who identify within this community or who are adopting children who do. For families who are facing aggression, we offer our AFCA cohort, which especially focuses on the aggression towards caregivers in children or childhood and adolescence. Our newest offering is our kin cohort, which alongside our interwoven connection, we are excited to offer this for families who are parenting their own kin. This is an extremely difficult group to walk alongside because the loyalties are challenging within it. The range of offerings mean that families don't get just trained, they also get the support they require in a specific situation. I am excited to say that we are offering a FASD pathway starting in spring of 2026, which, as of yesterday, we're there. It's starting April 23rd. So parenting a child with FASD, and I'm speaking to the people that know it best, it is the most deeply rewarding, incredibly complex situation. Many families quickly realize that the traditional parenting approaches do not always work with children with brain-based differences. Families find themselves searching for understanding, for practical tools, and a community that truly understands what they are experiencing. Pathways to Permanence offers this supportive space. The program helps understand the trauma early experienced brain-based differences like FASD. You get the same training that I mentioned, but the cohort will be just of families with children with FASD. Parenting that child can sometimes feel really isolating. Pathways creates an environment where caregivers can experience, learn from one another, and build those lasting connections. Families who participate leave with practical strategies, a renewed confidence, and a deeper understanding of their children's strengths and needs. It emphasizes the importance of caregivers' well-being, not just your children, but filling your own red bucket, which is one of the activities we do in Pathways. Pathways to Permanence helps family understand and shift from asking what's wrong with my child to what does my child need, equipping caregivers with the knowledge and community they need to continue supporting their children with compassion, understanding, and hope. The other one that we often see within our FASD circles is our families that are caring for children with FASD. This pathways that we're offering here for kin caregivers also starts in April. It is, again, our Pathways to Permanence program. It offers the exact same topics, looking at that 7 core issues again, but it connects with our Interwoven Connections team and will work with them to have a peer connector group that will walk alongside them as you journey through the Pathways program. It's kind of a two-tiered system. We really want to stress that in order to take this Pathways, you have to be registered with Interwoven. One of the most valuable aspects of Pathways is that when you walk away, you have a toolbox of things that you can use. When your child is presenting in one way, you can look at it through a lens that is greater than behavior. As a parent who raises children with different challenges, I respect the fact that often we get to the point where we're exhausted, we're tired, we don't know what else to do. And we want to see that our children's behavior is not actually who they are. And we want to recognize that our kids are a complete human, complete with all their specialties. And we want to honor those moments and behaviors in them. I want to look down then at the fact that we have these programs. These are all offered. Pathways is a core piece. I took this program in 2017. This is my book, and I still use it to this day. It is the most beneficial training that I have taken, and I only started with the ACO a year and a half ago. So this was something I took before I even knew about this position. I encourage you to look at the opportunities that are out there for the Pathways program. But I also want to share with you that I, as a parent liaison, and my counterpart, Sylvia Gibson, are always here to talk with you. We take our roles very serious, and we understand that it's lovely to be able to pick up the phone, jump on a Teams call with somebody who is walking the permanency journey with you. Sylvia has been around with the ACO for 10 years, and she just brings such a deep passion for her role as a parent liaison and also as a youth liaison. She offers a support network that focuses on our kids and youth. This is an essential yet overlooked resource with the ACO that families can lock into our kids' hangout sessions. These sessions provide a safe, interactive, exclusive space for children. There is no counseling done in these sessions, but as kids sit there and get to know each other, they share about their journeys. They share about the challenges and struggles that are really real as our kids are in this journey. It is split into 3 groups so that it's age appropriate. It's for ages 5 to 10, 11 to 15, and 16 plus. Our 5 to 10 and all the groups are overseen by child and youth workers, and Sylvia also jumps in on those. But the 5 to 10 groups look at doing crafts. They play games. It's a very interactive group. We've had friendship built from those online groups. Parents who didn't think that their kids were able to have friends or didn't know how their children should talk about adoption or the challenges they're having. Through these groups, friends are made, and we had a recent situation of 2 little girls who jumped onto the 5 to 10, met each other, realizing that they were not that far apart, but attended different schools, and the parents were able to connect them afterwards, and a friendship was built. That older group or the middle group, if I touch on it for a second, they look at playing all those games, those whiteboard games that kids can play, and talk about the things that are real in junior high, middle school, high school. The 16 plus group, they are our mentors now. They have created documentaries. They are just a fabulous group of young adults, and I encourage you to look at these programs for your kids. online. And if you go onto the website, you can locate the dates and register your kids, and they don't have to attend them all. They can jump in and out. One of the other key things on the ACO is our online learning hub. This is full of free on-demand webinars. There are some that you can purchase as well and have access to. There's topics like grief and trauma, our FASD series, sibling relationships, social media considerations. This is a big one now with everything being online. Our kids accessing each other at the literal little box that they hold in their hands. I want to point out that one of our new free webinars on here is actually surrounding the 7 core issues. And it's completely free on this online learning hub. If you have time, it is worthwhile to jump in and do that program that's on there. See what else is on there. It's just a really great free opportunity. And then there is, very low price ones on there as well. So don't hesitate to go on, see what's on there, and go from there. We are coming to the close already. This was a quick one today, but I just want to thank you for taking the time to have me, to let me share about the ACO and our Pathways program. If there are questions, I'm happy to have them. I'd love to, know more about how the Adoption Council can support this group, our FASD parents. If there is a way that would work best to run a cohort for you that, meets bi-monthly during the day, if you would benefit from not meeting online, if you can reach out to me at an email, amy.donovan@adoptontario.ca, and let me know what it is that we can do to support you, to surround you, to walk alongside you in this journey. We would be thrilled to do so. So if there's any questions, I will take them. And otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you. Yes.
That was right.
Yes.
So when we look at the actual pathway to permanency, and of course Adoption Council of Ontario, what about kinship placement where there's not an adoption, like when it's just yeah, you're just
I just want to clarify, it's never just kin. Kin is, I think, truly one of the most challenging elements to walk, just because for so long there has felt like not enough supports. So just recently we started with kin. So kin can reach out to us at any point. They're welcome to take the kin pathways, which is starting in April. There is the kin support peer connectors through Interwoven Connection, but they are welcome to join us with any of our programs. Absolutely. Okay.
And you were saying that it's free for any families that have adopted through CIS. Again,
also free for kin now.
Okay.
Free for our customary care families. So it's any permanency families. So now permanency families include our adoptive families, our kin families, our customary care families. So permanency family embraces all of that, and it's free to any of those through our CASs. And if you just reach out again to myself or to Sylvia, we can give direction as to which cohort best works for you.
And what about in the case of fostering?
Okay, so fostering has become a unique situation because often it's fostering with a view. So if you're fostering with a view to adopt through our CASs, you're also eligible. We do offer a pathways for fee now. It is, yeah, so you're gonna pull my brain here. It is the same pathways program. So again, I stress Pathways is the same program regardless of your cohort. You are getting all the benefits of parenting children with trauma and loss, but our cohorts are now specialized. So this fee for service we have just introduced for families that are adopting through private or international, or for foster families who are just looking for more information. I always joke as a mom of too many children that every parent needs to take this program. Every parent benefits from parenting children of trauma and loss. So yes, there's options for everybody now available. So, yep, you're good. I'm back. You're good. All right. Any other questions?
So thank you so much, Amy. This was absolutely fantastic. I know that my wife and I had the pleasure of working through one of your workshops several years ago. In fact, we still have the Southern Core Issues workbook, and we refer back to it. I'm going to say on a fairly regular basis, actually, even today. The information within it is, you're absolutely right. It is, it's eye-opening, number one. And then number two, it's extremely helpful in terms of just kind of understanding the whys of some of the things you're seeing and what's going on there. I think the other thing that is certainly exciting to hear as well is the connection that you have with Interwoven.
Yes.
And recognizing that nobody benefits in competition, everyone benefits in collaboration. And so recognizing that the two of you are working the two organizations are working together in this fashion, can certainly see from Rural FASD standpoint that I think there's some different ways that we might be able to explore moving forward as well. So this is fantastic information. I know that if we can help get the message out a little bit about your upcoming workshops, there are definitely lots of people who could benefit from that training that you're going on. And I know this is an ongoing regular basis as well. It's not just the one coming up in April, that you're going to have more following that as well.
I actually should point out that we, for the first time ever, not ever, but the first time in a long time, it feels like we are running a camp this summer up in Goderich. So we are going to be running a Sunday to Friday at Camp Hermosa, running the Pathways program up there for the week. So families with children age 3 to 18 can join us there for a week of camp, staying right on beautiful Camp Hermosa and taking the pathways while we're up there. So my family will be up there. We are all attending. So if anybody wants to join me up there, July 19th to the 25th. And that link should go live next week. So you're getting the inside scoop. Okay. So yeah, if that is something that interests you. And the other thing that we just completed was a weekend pathways. And that was held at Fern Resort, which is Ramara. But we would be happy to come and do a weekend style resort type pathways for rural FASD if there was enough families interested in doing that event as well. And I have to stress that those weekends and this coming camp, as Pathways is free, so are those events. So it allows families to have an experience as well as the training. So I share that with you as an insight. And when that link goes live, just be watching for it.
That is really wonderful to know.
Yeah.
Yes, I again can certainly think of some families that would be very interested in that. So we'll definitely help in terms of getting that message out. So
beautiful.
Thank you.
Once again, we thank Amy Donovan from the Adoption Council of Ontario for joining us here today. And to all who are watching the video, we always appreciate your likes and your subscriptions and passing our links along to anyone else who you think may benefit from this information. So once again, we'll leave you with our speaker series, Amy Donovan from the Adoption Council of Ontario. Have a good month, everybody.